Hey everyone, I'm the Real Lebab, and this is the A20 Guardian Hunter game analysis. Today we're playing Downfall mode again, after what has it been, 50 runs? Yeah, I ended after episode 30 and went to normal mode. And now, I want to break from some of the Act 3 and 4 stuff happening in normal mode. So I want to go back to Downfall. Just for these next 10 runs, and then after that we'll go back to normal mode for the last 10. So let's get started on run number 81. Alright. Our gem today is an emerald. That's probably an instant socket. Our heart options today are choose a colorless card, obtain 100 souls, take 18 damage for 250 souls, or the boss swap. Let's see what our map is like here. There are technically three elite paths, with only one has one campfire though, so it's a bit risky because it only happens here. There's a bit of a better campfire route, like this, with 2 and 2. That's pretty safe, and in fact we can flex into either path like this. It's pretty cool. Let's see. Early shop like this into a great path like this makes me inclined to take one of those souls options, especially because colorless card is a little bit inconsistent. So, do I want to take 18 damage? Probably not. But we are definitely considering taking a slightly easier path on this left side in order to beat the act. But we got one of my favorites boss fights, Watcher 1. So this should be a great welcome back. Taking 18 damage takes us down to 50 HP. That's still pretty good. With unlucky hallway fights, though, we could run into some trouble. Like, you could lose like 12 HP to Jawworm, or to large acid slime. Sorry, medium acid slime, small spike slime, stuff like that. With 100 gold, you can still afford like a common or a shop relic, and those are usually the most worth. It's just that 250 gold gives you a few more options. You can buy more things there and get your snowball started even earlier. It's just that sacrificing HP also holds your snowball ability back. I think I want to start off on a good note. I don't want to take risks yet. Maybe in another time we can do the 18 damage thing. I did just post a how to play Guardian video that says that this is generally not worth taking. But there is some consideration because of how strong souls can be. I guess with a bad shop, we could also whiff horribly. So I guess the 100 gold is the better option. You always got to manage your risks. Take acceptable risks anytime you can, because the more of them you take, the more of them you'll win, generally speaking. And if you don't take any, you're going to struggle to get stronger. Alright, let's get this emerald into Twin Slam. This is one of the two that I always socket. And since I've grown from the original series quite a bit, I think we just upgrade Curl Up instead of the Twin Slam. Obviously circumstances have changed, mostly the starter relic, but I think this is still a great first pick. Just so you have control over stasis and possibilities to get enough cards to enter defensive mode without gear up, so that you get value out of your cards beyond just brace. Alright, let's get into these fights. Okay, so this is medium spike slime and small acid slime, which is generally pretty safe. We're going to take 1 damage here because of Twin Slam, defend. And I think we are going to go for the acid slime because we're about to be weakened. I wonder how correct that is, actually. Maybe we should go for spike slime? Because this one will frail us, and then we'll start taking more chip damage over time. Meanwhile, this is pretty non-threatening. I don't know this one's attack patterns. Let's just look that up real quick. I don't think I've ever looked up the attack patterns because they've barely ever been threatening. But this time I want to maximize my HP. Spike, Slime, M. Cannot use either move 3 times in a row. It's a 30% chance to use their attack and 70% chance to use their debuff. Okay. So only a 30% chance for them to attack next turn, which means that it's a 30% chance to get attacked for 14. But we also have a bunch of defense coming up. Like failing curl up, we still have triple defend, so we get to full block either way. So let's just go for this. Okay, they didn't attack anyway. I think that means we enter defensive, because I don't think this fight's much of a threat. So defensive mode is barely going to be wasted, and then we'll get to maximize our damage next turn if we're attacked. Let's get this defend into stasis as well. 16 damage. Okay, they did attack. Good. But it doesn't matter because we're going to kill them. I guess it doesn't matter what we prioritize here. Alright, good. 1 damage taken. We guaranteed that we only take 1 damage. Good stuff. That's an amazing first potion. You'll love to see it. Oh. Man, it feels good to get back into Guardian. It's been a bit. Shield Charger, Tourmaline, Floating Orbs. Tourmaline's pretty good in Twin Slam as well. Obviously we didn't upgrade, but I guess that is okay. So I do have to remember some of the earlier. I do have some trouble remembering how it feels to play Downfall mode as Guardian because I've been playing normal mode with it for so long. Maybe. Like, there is some merit to upgrading Twin Slam first. Because sometimes you just don't get a lot of campfires, especially in Downfall mode. So, having that preemptively upgraded means I could have taken something like this, and then gone this right path and socketed here. But now I wouldn't have the opportunity to do that. If I want to take the Tourmaline, I have to go left and carry the gem until here. Overall, it's probably not worth it. Floating Orbs is difficult to justify right now because you do need to survive early game, especially the elites. I think this is the most helpful, and I'm not too nervous about taking something like this because we have a fire pot. What I am nervous about is having enough cards for the elite, but we will be getting a card reward from this because it's technically a fight. This is good for defense, but if you stall for too long versus elites, you will die. I wonder if it's a mistake not to take this. I'm still going to take the Shield Charger, though. We still got 19 more episodes after this. We can maybe learn if that's viable. Usually you have to take Stasis in order for that to be worth it. Like, obviously there's gems, but you're not guaranteed to find those. Stasis is, I guess, just as likely, so I guess you could find some of both. But having neither kind of just makes it a slimed, status. Okay. We're not guaranteed to have defense next turn. I don't want to overblock. I guess I can always enter defensive mode with gear up, so let's just leave this. Because we're going to get 10 block next turn anyway. So if I whiff on the... Okay. We're fine. Oh, do I play curl up here? No, that's still too much. Because we're going to enter defensive mode next turn anyway. Alright, now I play Gear Up because I have the energy. And I don't mind the stuff there. Can I, like... Ugh, this draw order has not been kind. Do I have to use the fire pot here to not take, like, 20 damage? No, this is still acceptable. Like, even if we take the 22, we're still only taking 7. And this is going to be much better against the elites. They're going to block for 9, so we can't kill them next turn. It is the 22. This only gets us to 14, and also doesn't do any damage, so we're going to do all 15. Okay. Yeah, could have been worse. We took 9 damage that fight. Vent Steam is great. I think I'll be taking that. Oh yeah, some Guardian art finally got implemented. It's been on the table for a while, but now it's here. Vent Steam is one of them. Polybeam was another one. We'll get to see more, I guess, as we go. Not taking a Repulsor. Let's take the Vent Steam for damage. And then we'll get this shop. Alright, hopefully I draw Curl Up this turn for Thorns. Ah. Pretty unlucky first turn, too. We drew most of our defense. So we're going to take 5 damage. It's great. Okay, so that, if I had taken 18 damage, we'd be at 35 HP right now. And I don't think that's very good. This is worth it, I believe. That's 18. We would have had 17 if we had just played the Twin Slam, and we get possibility of damage this turn. Still not a lot, though. I do recognize that. This is actually like what you can do with the base deck. We did take a little bit of setup, especially defensive setup. So, hey, there's a good card, Sentry Blast. A little bit of consistent damage for Act 1, and consistent weaken for all of the game. Honestly, I guess Act 1 is a little bit weak. Weaken versus Act 1 is not as strong, but it's still relevant. It's a free card, right? Take a Sentry Blast. Alright, so... Oh, You Are Mine is here, wow. Sheesh. That's hard to pass up. Although, we do have the components of weak and vulnerable. I guess that means having this unupgraded is fine. If you upgrade it, maybe you run out. But then again, some of the late game fights go pretty long anyway, so maybe that's still fine. There's another Sentry Blast here. There's a Stasis Field here. There's Toolbox, which I very much like, because it eventually pays itself off with Hand of Greed, or at least partially. Is that worth You Are Mine? It's a good question. There's also potions here. If we take the Toolbox, we can't afford any potion. But then again, I guess Counter Potion's acceptable here. We just pop that turn 1. Unless it's Sentries, then we do it turn 2. The big problem with Toolbox is that it takes energy to play those cards. I guess that's fine with a deck like this, but I guess 0-cost cards are fine too, but usually the best ones are like 2-cost. Apotheosis, Hand of Greed. Sometimes I like Mayhem. So what do we do here? Do I invest in the Relic, or the card and the card remove, or the potion? I feel like Toolbox is definitely the longest term play we can make. But I've overestimated Toolbox before. I think it's good. Even though it gives you random value, it will help in some fights, and that's good enough. After all, if you take a card, you're still relying on the draw order. So, even though it may seem consistent, maybe it's not as much. You Are Mine is also AoE, which these are not. but it very notably isn't damage. Incinerate might be a good card with our Sentry Blast. Accelerate with that has pretty good synergy. I think with the Fire Pot we're probably fine. And honestly, we didn't take too much damage, so I might be able to go this right route. Well, this is actually kind of scary. I could take this and then maybe planning? I don't usually take planning, but I have no... Well, I have... I guess I have these two. But they put themselves into stasis. This always takes up a slot, so maybe planning isn't so good. Maybe I just take a second Sentry Blast. I don't know. This is not... Well, this is probably a fine shop. I'm just having trouble figuring out whether Toolbox itself is worth it. Probably not smart to go right, but I don't want to go here without a 15th card. And we're going to have an event here, possibly. Our first fight was not a cultist, so this is, I think, guaranteed to be an event. The way I've come to understand it. We do also have a fire pot, so that maybe this is okay. I think our biggest problem would be sentries. Well, the Sentry Blast helps. And so does Shield Charger. And maybe we can get something from Toolbox. That's kind of a risk anyway, though. I think the biggest thing that would help us versus sentries is Counter Potion. I think I'm going to make the executive decision here to just take the Toolbox. I think we're in a good enough position to just go left and survive, so that we get the value from Toolbox the entire game. And this is one of those relics that, like, since it gives you a card on turn 1, even though it's random cards, it very consistently gives you value. So, unlike some relics where you're like maybe getting value, this is probably much more consistent. And I don't even want to think about the pickaxe right now, even though we do have some gem slots. You have to waste campfires on it. So let's take the Toolbox. I'm pretty sure I don't want planning. That being said, planning does have the upside of taking cards out of your draw pile, which means you cycle through your deck faster. It also gives us the 15th card, which means that we could maybe just not play it. You know what? Let's try this again. I'm thinking the upsides outweigh the downsides here, and I want to try planning again. So yeah, we have our 15th card. I think we're going to go left with our amount of HP because this is a very, very aggressive route. We don't have anything broken yet. We have stall, which is inconsistent because you have to draw it on the right turn. All right, let's go left. I just visited a shop. You're late. All right, it is Senchis. Apotheosis. I think we do need to take the Apotheosis here. As much as it will cost us 2 energy, this would help us more turn 1 against a bad draw, and also only cost 0. But in order to be able to efficiently kill these sentries, we need scaling. Okay, we did get a defend, which means we'll block for 8. That's good. Oh, that's awkward. Hang on. So, here's an interesting thing. Gear Up upgrades to 15 brace. So if we use Apotheosis and defend this turn, we'll take 2 damage. And then next turn, if we have another defend and play it, we'll take another 2 damage. And then we're 1 away from entering defensive mode. There has been a little bit of talk about Gear Up's upgrade on the Discord server for Downfall, and how it's like how it might not be good enough as a token card at brace 15. I was saying that an odd number like 15. I chimed in a little bit and said 15 is a bit of an awkward number because it's an odd number, and that usually doesn't do very well with brace. 16 would be better, and I think I just found a case for that. What I could do here is play the defend unupgraded, then the Apotheosis, and then next turn we're able to play the gear up to enter defensive mode immediately rather than having to take more damage. Yeah, because with Apotheosis defend, and then the other defend, we take 4 anyway, so taking 1 more is fine. Let's go for that strategy. This also guarantees that we can enter defensive mode without taking too much. Wow. Can we kill one of these? 997 is 25. We have 20? Okay. So we can. Right, that's 18 plus 7 is 25, yeah. In fact, we can kill the one with the most HP. And it's good to do that because we don't waste damage then. And that's also only 2 energy, so we'll be able to enter defensive mode as well for these next attacks. That's great. Good stuff. We do lose out on curl up value, but I think that's okay. We didn't have any defense in hand. And that would have also been an awkward brace number. 2 damage from the sentry plus 12 from this. We would be 1 away. Actually, the sentry wave would have done it. We would have been able to do it. Okay. It's all hypothetical though, so no point in taking that long. Sentry wave is always going to be during this one's turn, so let's just do that. We also don't want to do planning here, because that's our 15th card, right? So if we shuffle, then we've just counteracted the entire reason we have 15 cards. Let's put this in. And I guess play the defend, because why not? Alright, and then since we always have weaken on this one, I think we want to just try and kill this one. It's weird though, because Shield Charger runs out before this, but we also have, I guess we also have Curl Up, so we can enter defensive mode for 1 more turn. So I guess we run out of block by the time this attack's against. Anyway, Toolbox already paying big dividends. We've only taken 5 damage this fight so far. Alright, any attack will kill this now. It'll waste our block, but it'll do it. Oh, right, Vent Steam here as well. Since I have Vent Steam, I think I actually do the damage here. And then we use Twin Slam on this guy. Because we're not going to have to deal with this guy for another couple turns. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Okay, looks like our plans... No, actually, we still want to... No, wait, we enter defensive mode next turn, so we block this one again. So we can't actually afford to kill this. Even though we'd be safe with the defend, we want to capitalize on that vulnerable. Oh wait, we already have a kill. Alright, cool. This fight went very well. Tricky's Bolster Rod, interesting. There's a few powers that you can get from Toolbox, so that would be actually pretty helpful. Resilient Plate, Temporal Shield, Priming Shot. I do still think we need more damage. We had to use our Fire Pod, right? We've been in 4 fights and only got 1 potion, so our potion chance is 60%? That means we could only get a couple more potions this act, and then have to use them. So we're in a bit of a... we have a bit of a small problem. Maybe we can buy one here. It depends on how much gold we have, though. Might just go right instead, so we don't waste a node, making the merchant stronger. Resilient Plate... No, Resilient Plate's still too early. We still need damage. The Priming Shot's pretty solid as far as Brace goes anyway. Upgrades to 6. Good stuff. Temporal Shield, I guess, was okay there too because of the Accelerate, but I get a little bit nervous about Accelerate with Shield Charger, even though it's good synergy with Sentry Blast. I guess it's also good with planning. I'll keep an eye out for more Accelerate later. We passed up on 2 sources already, but... Oh. 10 extra HP. That's probably worth it. Because we're going to get that in every act. I guess we're going to get, like... Yeah, we're going to get an extra 10 HP in every act. Unless we go really low. Anyways. What do we want to upgrade here? I don't think we upgrade Twin Slam still. It's going to be more of a defensive card right now, and we're prioritizing playing Strikes and Priming Shot and Vent Steam, so it's only going to be marginal damage versus Strikes, and not even better than Priming Shot. Excuse me. Maybe it's Sentry Blast? Maybe it's Priming Shot. Get a little bit more damage and the brace. Actually, this is more damage and more brace anyway. In fact, it's just better than this. Because on its first 2 plays, it gives you 2 more damage and 2 brace, and then you get more after that. This is not... I don't think this is the greatest upgrade all the time, but it's... I guess it's the best upgrade we have right now. I could recall too, but this is relevant, so I'm going to do it. But more money, okay. Could I take a regret? It would mean no removals, but... This next shop could be very, very good. We'd have 200 extra souls, plus 60, so like almost 400 souls. We could afford like a rare relic if we wanted, or two common or shop relics. Well, there's only 1 shop relic, but you know what I mean. And we'd only have to lose some HP for a couple fights. And honestly, with 58 HP going into the rest of this, I'm feeling pretty confident that we can take that much damage. We probably take like 3 damage whenever we probably take 3 or 4 damage whenever we have it in hand. Having a curse also makes our draws worse, but are we in the hard pull fights yet? No. So we have an easy pull up next, then a hard pull. So I think we can take this. I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm confident enough to take the risk. And we really want to make as much use of our time here as we can. Metamorphosis? It's interesting. Costs a lot of energy though, and if we have a good draw, we're not going to be able to use it. Let's do Swift Strike. Do I play the gear up to take less damage from Regret? We only have... I guess that's 22 in the draw pile. Oh, but we have Sentry Blast. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Take less damage from Regret. I guess we're entering defensive by taking damage here. Okay. Not really what I wanted to see. We would not have been able to get a kill with the strike. We would be 1 away. So, I don't think it made a difference. It's an unlucky draw. No damage from Regret though, so maybe it just cancels out the luck factor of that. That's not the card I want to see. Sapphire is great for Priming Shot, and we're coming up on a Campfire. Like, it's so good for Priming Shot because it takes it to 10 brace with an upgrade, which is probably exactly what we're going to do. We're going to socket it and then upgrade it. What notif am I getting? I'm going to just take this. There was a Crystal Ray there, which is more damage, but I'm not really feeling it. Okay. Okay, interesting. If I take Apotheosis and play Gear Up, we enter defensive off of taking just 6 damage. And it's better than these other 2. I'd like to have this possibility. Oh, interesting. This doesn't upgrade, but man, this would have been another great combo for a 16 brace Gear Up. Being able to enter defensive like that. I guess we still take 8 no matter what. So taking the damage is actually better. Huh. Because that means we keep defensive mode for an extra turn. Yeah, this is fine. Also, we get rid of Gear Up, which means Regret won't hit as hard. Seven and 5 is 12. This is close to full blocking, but we can't do any better anyway, so... Let's, instead of playing... Actually, we can play Planning or Curl Up here. I probably want to draw through the pile right now. Let's do this. And then we'll just gain more brace like that. We did not draw Regret. It's the last card in the pile. This is the most cooperative Regret I think I've ever seen. 2 times at the bottom of the draw pile. That's awesome. Do I want Shield Charger in? I think I want to do damage. And we want to get rid of this one because it's doing the most damage overall. We are going to have a Twin Slam in hand, which is basically a 1 cost though, so we take a little bit more damage from Regret unless we can kill everything right now. And we cannot. Okay, 2 damage, that's fine. Also, we enter defensive, just because. Alright, not such a hard pull fight. Ruby, Refracted Beam, Reroute. Ruby's great for Vent Steam. Reroute, I think, is overkill on our Stasis, since we have a Planning and all this other stuff. But it is another attack. Vent Steam's probably better for... Ruby's probably better for the Vent Steam. Refracted Beam is too expensive and doesn't do enough damage at base. Let's take the Ruby. Alright, socketing time. My favorite time. There's also consideration for this Vent Steam upgrade. We already entered defensive mode with Priming Shot Curl Up. Although this would just make it cooperative with the Gear Up. We can also enter defensive mode off of Watcher 1's Mercury Hourglass. With this plus Gear Up on, we get 18 brace and an Hourglass hits us for 3 before they attack. So maybe this for more sustained damage is better. In fact, I'm going to just do that. We have a campfire at the beginning of the next act, so if I really need this priming shot upgraded, I can do it then. Right now, we just need to focus on killing the boss. And also, whatever this is, Lagavulin might actually appreciate this upgrade as well. Panache. I don't think we get Panache that much. But it is a power that gives us 1 strength, and that's better than these other 2. I guess Blind's okay. But it only helps us on the next turn. Let's get the Panache. Okay. This is going to be Strike, Strike, Gear Up, and then we take 3, which means we can actually enter defensive mode off of this next hit without playing a skill, which is good. Regret being helpful, imagine that. Do I save more HP by entering now? Let's see, we gave them 6 strength by playing this and this. That takes them to 22, which is 24 after weaken and vulnerable. Every 8 goes up by 1 more. So it's only 2 8s that can fit into 22, it goes up to 24. Because vulnerable and weak on a single attack is 9 8ths. So, yeah, every 8 gives 1 more. We are a little bit slow on our damage. I'm very I don't think Snecko Oil is the right play. I think we just take this damage rather than giving Knob more strength. Because we're going to have to play more skills, maybe. Like Vent Steam especially, so let's just take the damage. We're going to shuffle without these anyway, so planning doesn't actually hurt us here. This comes out in 2 turns, though. We have only 1 strength. We had the temp strength gem in play right now. Oh, panache. If I play defend and planning, we get panache. It's another 10 damage this turn. That's pretty good. But it gives Gremlin Knob another 7 damage, maybe? It's a lot. And if we don't kill next turn, then we're actually in trouble. This would be another 12 damage, though. So 10 and 12 is 22. We take this to 23... No, 20, actually, because of the thorns. So if we got 2 strikes, we'd win. What about if I don't play planning and defend, though? We're down to 42. We play this for 12, for 30. This is another 13, 17. And 18. Okay, so we already win next turn. So let's not play anything. Let's not take more damage. Actually, I could have played the defend. Whatever. Yeah, because these are 1 strength, they actually do enough. Alright, cool. Ah, yes. Oh, that's insane. That's insane with our setup. Since Collector came out, we now have new universal relics. Bagpipes. Whenever you apply weak or vulnerable, increase the amount applied by 1. Wow. Is that a rare relic? I guess we'll find out. Yeah, that's a rare relic. So now our Vents team is giving us 4 vulnerable on enemies, and our Sentry Blast is perma-weaking. That's awesome. Oh. Oh. Fierce Bash. Do we need that? We have a shop. We don't have a great capacity to use Fierce Bash right now. Also, our stasis slots are being taken up by Sentry Blast and actual cards from planning, so I don't think we can afford to do that. We also have so much stasis that I don't think we take suspension. We might be able to take a second shield charger. There is a world in which more shield chargers is just correct. I think I'm going to do that. Trip. We're not guaranteed to get Spence Team this turn, and Flash of Steel's kind of low impact. Let's get the free trip. Free vulnerable. Very nice. Alright, we gotta block 15. Hopefully. Okay, now I'm regretting not upgrading priming shot. I need to hit regret or curl up. I guess the defend is also okay. Oh man. Okay. That's scary. We drew 2 of our defense turn 1. I also need to be able to play it, which is only a 50-50 if we get curl up. But if we get regret, it's always happening. Do I play the planning? It gets a card out of hand for regret, which is good. Yeah, I guess it had it. So whether I play the planning or not, we have the same odds of drawing curl up regret versus putting them in stasis. So I think we would just want to get a card out of hand. Okay, those are both not our hits, so... Actually, in order to enter defensive mode with regret, I need to play priming shot. So I guess it's gear up priming shot and not gear up defend. And then we just pray that this is good enough. Alright. We got regret, and we can get rid of cards in hand. So we actually full block this, but take 5 HP damage. Yeah, okay. That was worth it. Man, if we had drawn either of those shield chargers turn 1, we would not have had to do that. Alright, 22 HP. It's actually kind of low. Wonder how much the regret affected that. I'm nervous about Watcher 1, they do hit hard. Oh. Yeah, okay. Alright. We already applied enough weak and vulnerable. I'm glad I didn't take that earlier one now. Although that's all hindsight, right? This is a lot of... This is all uncommons? Wow. We got a lot of options here. Blood Vial is funny. We get healed for 4 for 173. Very nice. We gotta find another card pool. I hope that doesn't hurt. Could remove a strike at this point to get us a little bit... Oh wait, no, we have to remove regret. That always happens, right? Well, it's sometimes useful for... defensive mode. I think it kills us more often than not, though. Also, it hurts construction form. Okay. Stasis Strike would be awesome if I can, like, afford to have that in my deck for the next couple things. How often do we not play attacks? Somewhat often, actually, right now. That might change at some point. But we could take an Art of War to help us with energy. And I think especially against some of Watcher's early turns, we're going to be playing a lot of setup. So I could just take both of these. Get that little bit of extra healing. But we could also take Evasive Protocol, since that's a power, for Bolster Rod. And also it gives us some brace every turn. Yeah, this acting like a super defend plus strength is actually kind of good. It also means that we have a good draw versus this. I think I'm going to take this and this. And do I take the Stasis Strike for our Stasis stuff? I'm kind of thinking I do. Or I could take a potion, like Speed Potion to go with our Ancient Potion. We would not be able to afford a potion if I took the Stasis Strike. I think this is a little bit too greedy. I'm going to take this. And we're going to move on. Alright, Blue Slaver, one of the easier ones. 8. Just 8 this turn. If I don't draw defense or construction form, though, it's a problem. Yeah. Okay, we got defense, of course. And, of course, the power. Alright, so now we have defensive mode entry with priming shot curl up. Hang on. Dexterity while in defensive mode. Oh, that doesn't even matter. Okay. But I'll still do it. Alright, no damage this fight, that's good. And yeah, I am calling it now. Not a huge prediction, though. Gambler's Brew, kind of a weaker thing anyway versus this, so I'm glad I bought the potion. Temporal Shield. One more block card for the road, which is good versus Act 2. And honestly, with the lack of block cards, I don't mind it with shield chargers as much. Well, we're going to have to block for 20 sometimes, or 18, I guess. So I'll take it. Alright, boss time with 22 HP. It's going to be a little bit scary, but we We can do some stuff. Master of Strategy. Secret Weapon. Get Sentry Blast in play already. I don't know what we want Sentry Blast on. Oh wait, no, we don't have to worry about that. We have Bagpipes. They're going to be perma-weakened. It's going to be great. Also, hopefully, perma-vulnerable. Master Strategy is really good, but we can't really make use of all the energy. What we can do, though, is maybe draw to Construction Form. Since we have Tricky's Bolster Rod, that will block the Mercury's Hourglass hit, and then we use one of the buffers on Wallop, and then save the other buffer for the Sands of Time coming in a few turns. I'll go for consistency. Actually, thinking ahead could be better. Because anything that we want to play that we didn't have the energy for, we can just put on top. Yeah, let's go with that instead. It's like a smaller Master Strategy, right? Oh, and with planning, I can put Shield Charger on top. Okay. Yeah, of course. Alright. 5 plus 4 is 9. 14 out of 15 is pretty good. And I also get to keep 9 dexterity this fight. Wonder if 4 dexterity is enough. Well, we're about to get a bunch of block from this as well, so maybe we're okay. Maybe I can keep the Ancient Potion for the Speed Potion for Act 2. In that case, because we drew Twin Slam this turn. And 4 dexterity is pretty good. We do miss out on like 5 block from this, though. Now let's just make sure we win this. Let's do this first. And now we do this. Now we keep all 9. We block for 4. 7. Man. Alright. That is a lot of block. She doesn't play this for another turn, right? Yeah, so entering defensive mode I think would be a mistake. We'll just block with this. 33 block. Watcher splits at 102. So we need to be careful here. I want to do other stuff here, but we're going to be safe next turn, so let's just play the Construction Form. Central Wave. We're going to have 29 block next turn, which more than does this, I think. She'll gain 3, yeah. But we'll be alright. We enter defensive mode. Oh, and she's weak? Okay. Yeah. We're gonna be just fine. Alright, defensive mode it is. Do I care about evasive protocol? I might just skip it in favor of damage here. 88777 excuse me. That's 39 damage. So 180 minus 37 is 150, 143. Which is still in range. Actually 140 because of thorns. Oh no, yeah, I was right. Actually, I don't know which comes first, the block return or the thorns. I think the thorns hit first. Just from my knowledge against enemies, but these things work a little bit differently, so you never know. We do kind of need to get our damage in, so... Because, like, it's going to be slow. But maybe it's better to have this, just to have defensive mode on call. I don't know. I think we always play Sentry Blast, though. We also always play 2 strikes and a Twin Slam. It's just a matter of whether this or second slam is better. Why do we have two Oh wait, no, this is dexterity. I was like, why do we have two temporary strength? But we have construction form. This is probably not going to be well, actually it could be it could go either way. We really need to set up our Wrath turns, because if we don't kill them quickly in Wrath, they're going to block for a ton with Halt. So maybe going a little bit slower is the better idea. I don't know. This feels... I feel like this is the safer play. I don't see the damage being super relevant. I think this is just going to remain. No, we can do like Sentry Wave, Temporal Shield, then yeah, like that. Can enter defensive mode right now. We don't need that yet. I've got 64 block, we're okay. Alright, give me the Vent Steam, please, before we reshuffle. No? Okay. We already full block. I guess we're entering defensive mode, though, with Priming Shot. That's fine. We got so much block, we're gonna be we're gonna be perfectly fine. Getting close to the 102. So let's be careful. Oh, it might just be now. In fact, I think it has to be now because we got a bunch more damage coming up with Vulnerable. So let's also not play Planning because I want these out next turn. We're guaranteed to get them in 2 turns anyway, so let's not force ourselves to wait. Oh, that's so close. And then the next attack just wins. We also have Buffer. Oh wait, no, we have 31 damage to get through, but that's fine. We have Construction Form. We're good. Alright. That was not that bad. Am I volume set correctly? Yeah. Alright, Compile Package, Stasis Field, Exploit Gems. Compile Package is definitely my go-to. This deck feels a bit weird. We could probably stand to use some more general value. We use up too many of our Stasis slots for Stasis Field. And Exploit Gems is just the safe pick, right? I think Compile Package is going to do way more for us than Exploit Gems. Although, I am looking for more opportunities to use gems. Yeah. Oh boy. I don't think we take Pyramid here. We're gonna have super hand clog issues. So it's energy of some kind. Coffee Dripper or Fusion Hammer. Interesting decision. We have some block. We have Construction Form, Evasive Protocol with Tricky's Bolster Rod, Temporal Shield. We have Perma Weaken on enemies once we draw this and wait a turn. And we have Compile Package sometimes. But other than that, we might have to wait for Shield Charger. I think we always get to put Shield Charger in play at least. I'm just not convinced that this is safe enough for us right now. Is Fusion Hammer better? Well, our Twin Slam would be unupgraded for the rest of the run. Compile Package would be unupgraded. Our Shield Chargers would be unupgraded by late game. We definitely suffer in the late game by taking Fusion Hammer. We have another Let's see, we have another 10 max HP. So let's see, 64, 3/4 of that is 48. So we'll have 69 HP going into the next act, which is alright. Resting is a huge deal in downfall mode, because you don't get the end of act campfire, like you, so you don't have that break. You get them at the beginning of the act. I don't know how much of a difference it actually makes, because you're still getting an upgrade. I definitely feel like if I took Fusion Hammer and then just didn't take damage, I'd regret it. But I would also regret taking Coffee Dripper and then taking a bunch of damage. This is literally the same decision, except pushed to further extremes on either side. And I don't know what to do. Priming Shot also not upgraded. This may still be our upgrade at the next fire for more consistency. Actually, that might make the difference. This plus Gear Up makes us a lot safer. Guardian has so much setup in their kit, not so much front load. Alright, I'm gonna go with Coffee Dripper. I have noticed that I'm usually too scared of taking damage, and then I often just don't. There is a triple fire with a single elite there. The only triple elite paths are with the super, which sucks. This right path sucks too. Okay, I guess the Coffee Dripper wasn't that bad then, because there's barely any risk to take on this map to begin with. Going for a bunch of upgrades is fine too. Like, Shield Charger upgrades are great. The extra brace is huge. Priming Shot is great for consistency, so we're going to be using that on our first upgrade. So maybe going this one elite path with 3 fires is fine. Going for Shopkeep might be scary, but we can also remove like a strike or something. I don't think we killed Shopkeep so easily, or the Merchant so easily. But unless we're going for Super Elite in Act 2, which would be a huge mistake, we're forced into at least one. Is there any reason? I don't think 2 elites is worth skipping this path, especially with how risky only 1 campfire is. Well, I guess we can't rest anyway, but I'm not feeling great about elites in the first place, because we have a slower deck than usual. So I think we go... I don't think we take 2 shops. Let's go like this. Alright. Let's get Priming Shot upgraded. Make sure we can enter defensive with that. I think violence is a bit too much this turn. Yeah. We would have drawn the rest of our attacks. Construction Form is still great here, though. Do I want Art of War value? Kind of. We have Compile Package coming up, as well as Shield Charges, which we need to get in play. So let's do Trip Gear Up instead of playing attacks. They're kind of low impact right now anyways, because we haven't stacked any strength. Yeah, there we go. Oh, Bronze Package, very nice. That means we can actually clear the Hex as well. This cannot yet, because it's not upgraded. Spheric Package is fine, but I think this is for the best, actually. Check out this damage. 60 damage. In fact, we just killed. Yes. Awesome. Good job, Compile Package. You were great. Evasive Protocol Emerald Prismatic Spray. We already have one of these. I don't think taking a second one is worth it right now. because only the first one, only the first power we draw is going to give us block. Compile package actually helps with that a bit. So this is going to be, this is kind of starting to be a late game card that we've taken already. Do we want an emerald? Possibly. We don't have a lot of block cards, but we do have temporal shield and defense still. We also have to find a socket and planning. I guess we could put it in vent steam, but that's still a little weird. Unless we have more block cards, it's just not going to do that much. I guess we could put it into Twin Slam, but I think that's overloading it a bit. I think we just skip. $21. Well, this is the best way to cancel that, so let's just do it. Okay. 6 plus 8 is 14, plus 9 is 23. Okay, cool. Let's do planning. Yeah, that way we get a little bit of accelerate value there. You also get Art of War value here with Compile package again, very nice. Ancient package or blocker package. We don't have any way to put this into stasis. We could just play it. I think we need dexterity though to block this 7x2. Sentry package is huge overkill. Yeah, even if we... Oh wait, no, we can't even weaken. We have to wait a turn. So yeah, this is the only way to block this turn. Okay. Power. I guess we'll play our free cards. Then triple defend. Wow. Triple defend into gear up. That's a prime example of a package that needs an upgrade to really be good. Even though it's mostly a scaling thing and would not have helped there, it's still the kind of thing that you want upgraded. We can just play everything, yeah. Except for... No, not quite everything. We have strength, so I want to play this. That play this. Okay, yeah, we don't have to do any kind of defense here. We can just play our attacks. But defend into stasis or evasive protocol? It's a very small chance of drawing the defend next turn. Wonder if I should have played it then. Maybe I should have played it. Yeah, let's just get rid of this. We have buffer anyway, what am I even saying? We're not in any danger as soon as our buffer's in. Alright. Frag Gem. Ooh. Turn Twin Slam into 4 times attack is pretty good. Shield Spikes I don't think is very good right now. That's the kind of it's the kind of desperation pick. It did get a boost to its upgrade though. It now gives 16 block, which I was advocating for, so that's cool. You could take Temporal Strike for another attack. I think this is a fine strategy though. Take Fragmented Gem for the Twin Slam. That makes it 4 times attack for Construction Form and for Vent Steam sometimes. We'd have to spend a couple fires getting that set up, but I think it's worth it. Alright. 20 damage next turn is what we're dealing with. Panache? Metamorphosis is too risky because it fills our deck with attacks. So... Oh, Construction Form can help? Shield Charger might be better, though. Because this gives us buffers, but we're going to get hit 5 times. We didn't draw any of our defends, though, or Priming Shot, or Curl Up. This is just about greed. I think we go Panache, then just play the rest of these manually. In fact, I can even get a Panache proc right now, like this. So that's fine. Okay, we got 2 defense. Which I don't think would have been enough. We would have still taken 4 damage. Yeah, we would have used these 2. Then the 3rd hit would not have been blocked. Sorry, the 3rd hit would not have been... Yeah, it wouldn't have been blocked, which means it takes a buffer. 4th hit takes a buffer, 5th hit hits. So... Another Panache proc, very nice. This comes out just in time before the fight ends. And this isn't going to do any more damage anyway, so stasis doesn't matter. Alright. Compile package, give me something, please. We need big damage. Giga Beam is big damage. We have only 1 strength. And we have plenty of attacks here, so we need to overpower it with, like, Giga Beam instead of scaling up like that. So yeah, we're going to get another Panache proc too, which is good. Strike does more damage. Alright, 148. That's pretty good. We are still going to have to look out for the Merchant later, but... Oh. Pre-program and Polybeam. Pre-program is really good. Especially with shield chargers. And it also has a good gem slot. Polybeam is more strength dump. Which I guess depends on the draw order. We need Construction Form or Vent Steam in order for it to be any good. And it's also awful versus 2 of the Act 3 elites. Or 2 out of the 3 Act 2 elites. So it might just be pre-program. I'm gonna do that. Dolly's Mirror on Construction Form, I think, is the definite play here. We can afford a 3rd shield charger with it. Wow. I don't think we do that. I think 2's enough. But double Construction Form makes us very safe and scales us up so hard. So, there's also multi-beam here. That is also a consideration. It is a little bit difficult to kill gremlins. Thankfully, we're only fighting 1 elite, so I'm kind of okay with just doing this. Dramatic entrance. Sentry package? Because we want to play the Construction Form. Yeah. Sentry package is complete overkill on the weekend right now because of bagpipes. Looks like we're losing a buffer no matter what, so entering defensive doesn't actually help us. I already used Tricky's Bolster Rod as well. Yeah, on the Construction Form. So let's just do a damage. Now we play this one. Alright, Shield Charger. These ones will do damage next turn. I guess we enter defensive mode now. It's crazy that they didn't debuff us at all until now. Alright, yeah. Easy fight. Hey, multi-beam's here anyway. That's... yeah. That's yeah. I'm gonna upgrade... Still have to upgrade Twin Slam for the Shiv. Multi-beam upgrade I think is better for the immediate, and once we're past the elite we can upgrade Twin Slam here and then socket here very quickly. So let's go for the multi-beam upgrade right now. Let's make sure that we can actually kill the gremlins or sabers or whatever we come across. 2 Metallicize can very much help us keep our buffer. Is that worth it? I don't know. It's definitely a lot more effective whenever you're at a threat of losing HP rather than buffers, because this has to do exactly enough to block in order for it to be useful against buffer, whereas against HP, you're just saving HP, right? So I actually think I take the Sapphire Key here. It's a little bit weird, but yeah. Okay, you're debuffing right now. Let's do Thinking Ahead again. Thinking Ahead's actually pretty good on Guardian here. Thinking Ahead, Shield Charger on top, and then we reprogram it as usual. Oh. There's two of them. Alright, let's do that. I guess we'll get our other Construction Foreman play this turn, maybe? Yeah, and then we can enter defensive as well. Cool. Because we have a 5th energy. Which is very nice. So now we only lose 1 buffer. It's another 7 block, which full blocks, so we could do Time Bomb here. That does the maximum. That does the most damage, it looks like. So. I do want to put something in stasis. Oh yeah, they fixed the Time Bomb damage multiplier issue. Damage modifier issue, excuse me. So now it's just normal. In theory. It looked normal there, it didn't do a million damage with vulnerable. Tourmaline. Still no, I think. Incinerate? Another attack could be helpful, especially one with Accelerate. But... well, it does help with our front load issue, right? We put shield chargers in with pre-program or just with energy. Then we accelerate. This accelerating twice is usually the reason you take Incinerate. So I'm not sure. It might be overkill to do that. Yeah, I think there are a lot of scenarios where I wouldn't want to, so let's just skip again. There's still Crystal Ray, but like 1, 2, 3. I guess we'll have 4 gems soon. Oh. Okay. Scary. Discovery? To make sure that we have defense for next turn, probably. So this is a question mark shot, by the way. Did not accidentally path through a shop. Oh. Well, this helps. Also, I think a basic protocol Shield Charger Sentry Blast will help. Actually, I'm not sure if a basic protocol helps that much. But we'll have the Weaken next turn, which takes it down to 3 times 5. Which means we'll have 10 out of our 15 block next turn. I don't think evasive protocol helps at all. Let's just do damage. Yeah, there's the Weaken. We have Temporal Shield as well. Oh, Floating Orbs right now is very cool. Yeah, let's do that. Do this for defensive mode. Got our Thorns for a bit more damage. Maybe we get a kill here. It's a little bit dubious, but it's close. Somewhat. 10 versus 9. Okay. So we do this and this. What do we do curl up next turn? For next turn with multi-beam. That's an interesting thought. It would be 2 more damage per energy, but we have attacks and vulnerable coming up. But vulnerable's good with multi-beam. I don't know what's going to do more damage here. It depends on the draw, right? If you have Vent Steam next turn, you definitely want Multi-Beam. But if you get Strikes and Twin Slams, then maybe not so much. Maybe you just want to do the damage now. If I do this, I miss out on 21 damage immediately, so this would have to be worth more than 21. Next turn. Which, with an extra Strength and +2 is 13. So you need to play this for 2 energy? That's somewhat likely, with at least if you have Vent Steam in hand. But even if not, it's 13 times 2 is 26. So it's still worth it? Okay. Alright, let's hope we get lucky then. Vent Steam, please. Of course we drew every attack and not Vent Steam. Alright, well this is still worth more than these, so I guess I can't complain too much. It's very close. Hopefully we get it quickly next time we see them. Because we do not want to take 30 damage on turn 2. A Garnet. Ooh. I very much like a Garnet. But we have Vent Steam already? I forgot about that. Oh, but this AoE with Bagpipes is really good too. I personally don't think, though, that it would do enough. This is a slow-playing deck. So 2 turns of AoE, while it seems very good, I don't think it actually does enough. Do we take a Frag Gem? We just put Frag Gem and Vent Steam as well as the Twin Slam? I guess it helps the front load a little bit more still. You could also just put the Garnet into Vent Steam and make it a 6 vulnerable card. It's pretty funny. Also, with the number of cards in the deck, it may actually be fine. I don't know. I don't think any of these are good enough. They don't strike me as being amazing. And their pre-program has some really good hits that we're looking for. Not sure what I would want in planning. Maybe something similar to pre-program. Maybe I shouldn't be that picky. We're at the end of Act 2. Well, more like middle of Act 2, so we still have time. Maybe more consistency is good with multi-beam, perhaps? Like maybe we put the Garnet into planning. Since I think anything that's good in planning, we're going to want to put in pre-program other than like Strength Gem. Like Amber or Quartz, the Accelerate and Draw Gems would be great pre-program. Alright, let's do this. Oh, there's a Citrine there that we can't afford. Sad. This would have been good too. A little bit unfortunate that we found a shop there and we couldn't kill the merchant. A second multi-beam? I guess if we're gonna go this slow, more AoE is good. Especially for Gremlin later. So maybe I should just take that. Especially because we can't afford a card remove right now. Temporal Potion. I'll take the second multi-beam. It doesn't feel great, but I think we do need it for whatever elite this is about to be. Yeah, Slavers. Panic Button. Okay. Handles this turn pretty well. And we'll have Art of War for next turn. We'll have Garnet next turn with Curl Up right here. Yeah, save this since we're not using it now. I think it's better than any other card in hand. And there's Multi-Beam. That does 50 damage to everyone. So, yeah. Good shit. That's why we take the second Multi-Beam. That was the unupgraded one that we just bought. We haven't lost a single hit point this entire act. Glad I took the coffee dripper. Future plans. Spiker Protocol Plus. Future plans is interesting, but I think we've taken enough stasis to not need it. Also, that's kind of an energy saver for shield chargers, but we're not necessarily in need of that. Maybe another pre-program is fine. Maybe we take another pre-program. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright, let's start socketing. Get Garnet into planning, like I said. Now that we have 2 pre-programs, it's even more important. We're going to upgrade Twin Slam for the Shiv. We can also break the Sapphire right now for the upcoming boss. I guess we can wait to make our decision for another floor. Let's do Twin Slam here. Oh, we have Akabeko with double multi-beam now. That's awesome. Okay, well, only one is attacking. We don't need Panic Button. We could do, like, Magnetism. Actually, Sadistic Nature actually does things in this deck. What the heck? I wonder if this is a multiple applications or if it's just once. We have Curl Up. Let's do Orb Blocker. Oh, we also have Akabeko, so let's do Walker Claw. Awesome. Good stuff. We could have waited for Multi-Beam, I guess, but honestly, it'll just kill this. This Art of War pick was, it's been paying off. Been doing some good block. Or energy. Sorry, I was thinking of the thing that I was doing with my cards. Another speed potion. There's another floating orbs. Floating orbs is okay, but I think we're doing strength things right now. Charge up plus. Do we need another block card? I think we're good. We haven't lost a single hit point this act. Of course, that doesn't mean anything for next act. And also our deck is starting to get pretty large, though. Maybe we could use one more front-loaded card. It is 8 block. It's a defend plus, which is pretty solid. I think as a common card, though, it's probably a little bit under par for what we need for this size deck. We took the Garnet, so I don't think we take the other Red Steam either. And we have a low amount of actual block cards in the deck, so I think Dex Potion is better than Speed Potion. Because how are we going to get multiple block cards in hand with any consistency? I'm still going to break the Sapphire. That's interesting, actually. I wonder if temporary HP gives Ironclad health if you let him Reaper you. I guess we'll find out. We just beat the elites, so we don't actually have to upgrade multi-beam here. We can upgrade like compile package, or we can get started on the shield chargers. I don't know. What do we need here? Shield chargers for Act 3 is actually kind of important to get started with immediately, since those fights start to get harder. And compile package upgrade is more general value than anything specific. I still don't exactly know how to figure that one out. You should also upgrade the pre-programs, but I think 4 is... Well, I don't actually know if 4 is enough. Maybe this is better. Maybe upgrading the pre-programs is better to get shield chargers and play faster and plan out your turns. And then we can upgrade these later once the brace becomes more relevant. Because the front-loaded block is kind of important. Alright, let's do that. Then we might upgrade the next one, the next fire. Hand of Greed. Hell yeah. Especially in this fight. 30, 45? It's not enough. We can do it with priming shot, I guess, as well. Let's see, 20 plus 20 is 40, so we have to do all 3 of these in the same thing. And it has to be the cultist. How much do we over damage? Well, that's not actually that bad. 8 too much. That's alright. Maybe we can even get back to it if we're lucky. Oh yeah, pre-program planning is actually kind of a synergy? Maybe it's not actually. Let's do planning pre-program so we get to look at more cards. None of those are shield charger. Did we draw? We drew one of them. Construction form is probably going to be pretty good next turn. We'll see. This doesn't actually help us get through our deck faster, but it could put Shield Charger into play. Yeah, there we go. We're pretty safe, though. We have another Construction Form coming up for more buffer, so I'm not really concerned. I could maybe give up the Sentry Wave. We want to get back to Hand of Greed. And putting more Dazes in the draw is not great. We're going to be gaining more than enough strength. Let's just not play cards. I guess I could have played the Gear Up. Spheric Package. The longer we keep the buffer, the better they are, because you're going to keep gaining strength. Alright, Hand of Greed, please. We still have another shield charger, right? So I guess this still could get us there. Hey, there we are. Alright, goodbye 2 buffer, and then hello money. Over damage, there we go. Very nice. Skill pot probably better than speed pot. Another Garnet. Gosh. Do we just permavuln by putting one of these in pre-program or something? Or no, the Vent Steam makes it inconsistent. But they're good stuff for pre-program. It's just like these pair really well with the multi-beams. And also Sadistic Nature. Like, I'm still thinking about the Sadistic Nature. It's probably not that amazing, to be honest. So maybe we don't sacrifice these valuable slots. And it doesn't really help the Vent Steam anyway, so... Floating Orbs... We're still doing strength things, so I think we just skip. Although, having a backup scaling plan might not be a bad idea. We don't have to fight any of the normal bosses, though, so maybe it's not so bad. Sometimes backup scaling is important for beating something like Donu Deka quickly, in case you can't get these into play fast. Or you can't keep the buffer. But that's usually not the case with Downfall. We have double construction form. I'm going to just skip. One is attacking this turn, but it's finesse. Let's just do finesse. But it's finesse, but it's 6 damage, which we can just do with a power. Oh, I can also just, like, do this, but we don't get to put Shield Charger in play. Alright, let's do 2. That's pretty good. Of course you attack. We can knock you down. Okay. We're not going to be able to use this next turn, so let's not put that into stasis. Like, we're going to be using the construction form instead, so... Likely temporal shield construction form, to be specific. Put this in. Put this in so they come out at the same time. Enter defensive. That kills the bird. Which means we can just do damage to Chosen and be fine. Oh, because I used both, we did draw it anyway. Okay. Well. Die. Third shield charger... Still not convinced it's necessary. We might have a problem with running out of defense at some point with the shield chargers in construction form, so maybe a third one's good for keeping that away still. And then we just aggressively scale up our damage. Alright, fine. We have 2 free programs, we can afford it. We'll get them in play fast. This is 29 damage, let's get Panic Button. Or we can full block with... well, almost full block. Oh yeah, we have temp HP. Alright. Oh, but this doesn't come out immediately, I forgot. Honestly, skill potion's not the greatest thing, so let's just take it. Recover? Okay. Get that quill up. And I think I'm going to trigger Art of War and keep the Akabeko. I think that's worth it here. Alright, so we still have 10 HP. Are any of these worth... Defect package might be. 2 of our shield chargers are in hand, though, so we probably just have to play that. We can do Art of War stuff, though, by playing one of them and then playing pre-program, though. Kind of like that route. There's multi-beam. We can put that into stasis for a turn. Alright. Evasive Protocol. We've used the bolster rod already for construction form. Do we care about protocol here? Probably. It's a long fight. Put the other shield charger in? No, let's put Sentry Blast in. We get that out for free next turn. And we'll put Twin Slam into stasis as well. Multi-beam. Alright, I guess we won't know whether this works on temp HP yet. If I had to guess, probably not. But we'll see. Looks like we're losing a buffer here. Can't block all 33 with this hand. I don't think. $14, $24, $28. Yeah, we need 33. Okay. So playing these does nothing, but whatever. I'll do it. Alright, goodbye 1 buffer. Hello 2 more. Do I want to shuffle without some of these? Probably not. Let's do this first. Play the other construction form, and then do we play these? Or do we want these in the draw? I guess multi-beam, not so much. We don't need pre-program as much, so maybe planning is just our best bet. Oh, you know what? Planning might just get better with time as well. Because the longer the game goes, the better your cards are. So having random ones isn't as bad. It's just not. I guess it's a better card than I was giving it credit for recently. Let's do it. Okay, we got Panic Button. Alright, let's get shield charger going again. Right. It's only 4, so let's play this. The flame barrier is only 4. Alright. Big Reaper. Big heavy blade, oh my. 39. Temporal shield. Gets us to 28. We gotta kill this. It's not a question. We reroute recover, I think. Recover multi-beam? Maybe? Yeah. Strike, defend. Okay. We're off by 1. Go figure. End of your turn, choose a card to exhaust. Okay. $32, wow. Oh, you're dead. There's no end of turn. There's no attack. There's only victory. Stasis engine. Pretty good. Gem cannon by this time. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gems. Still not a lot. Wasn't really given an opportunity to take a lot. We were offered a couple thorns and a dex gem, but we weren't really building in that direction. I'm gonna go stasis engine, I think, because of our stasis stuff. I wonder if that's actually good enough. We might not have any. We have planning, a couple pre-programs. We got compile package, which will trigger once. We have stasis. Oh wait, we have sentry blast. That helps a lot. And I guess we can play multi-beam if we're out of energy. Okay, I think it's worth trying. And the final part. We have not gotten rid of any strikes or defense yet, so I think Astrolabe is fine here. Because we have a good enough deck identity to just, like, throw some of those away. As for what combination, though, I don't know. Defense are not doing very much. I guess they're alright with Twin Slam, but we're mostly relying on Shield Charger and Construction Form for our defense right now. And I don't think taking more decks would even help us very much, because we don't have very many defensive cards. We don't have very many block cards in the first place. And also we kind of need strikes in order to do damage to things, and they're not so bad with scaling strength every turn. So I feel like dunking 3 defense could be like really risky, though. That's a big thing. Also, we do need more block than what defensive mode can just give us by itself. Thankfully, we have shield chargers to help with that, and also weaken, permanent weaken at that, and also bolster rod. Sometimes toolbox helps out. Or we could do like busted crown and just play with more energy. Honestly, more energy is probably okay. I don't really like makeshift battery here. I think that's taking a large downside. Meanwhile, busted crown, we already have pretty much our deck set. We would just need gems. I guess we would be missing out on gems. I guess we just take whatever gem we find then. We can also just keep going to shops. Keep going. We're kind of low on gold. I'm going to take the crown. More energy is great for construction forms and multi-beams anyway. And if we ever trigger Art of War, we can actually play double construction form in a turn. Alright. Astrolabe I'm also, like, afraid of, because transforms are scary. Ooh, a 4 elite route with how many campfires? 2? That's pretty darn good. Also, we get the shop here, because it's not offered to us later. They're all off the path. We need to take the green key. I'm going to play a few floors. Or I could just take the break now. How many? We have a few campfires left, right? So we kind of need to recall now, anyway. I'll figure out the decision when I come back, because I'm going to take the break now. So see you in just a second. Alright, we are back. We got a quick little decision to make here. That's when to recall. Could do it here, could do it all the way up here. What do we have worth upgrading right now is another big question. Multi-beam, perhaps, although with 5 energy plus maybe Art of War, maybe not so much. Stasis engine, perhaps. Pre-program, perhaps. The shield chargers are all very important. We could probably stand to have one shield charger upgraded right now. Although we have 3 of them, maybe it's not that easy. Because we're already gaining a ton from all 3 of these, so upgrading one doesn't really increase our brace generation by that much. Usually having 2 or just 1 and then upgrading them makes the difference, but having 3 I think is a different matter. Because the ratio is 6/4, which is 3/2. So having 3 unupgraded ones is the same amount of brace as 2 upgraded ones, except, you know, it takes a bit longer. So there's still merit to upgrading one, I guess, but there's also merit to not upgrading any. Upgrading multi-beam makes us safe versus Reptomancer. Upgrading Stasis Engine at some point seems good. Let's get some Reptomancer safety with the multi-beam, and then let's move on. We haven't killed the merchant yet, right? Maybe we did and I just forget. We'll go here. I'm not paying for colorless cards, I don't think. No. 30 more. Right? Yeah, 30 more. Violence will do it. And we do need to keep 100 of these by the time we get down to here, but we have a lot of gold coming up, so we're probably okay. There's an Incinerate. We don't really need that. If anything, we want gems. We might buy a gem at this shop here. Except there's no gems. Oh, but there is a bottled black hole. Okay. So, shield charger, right? We were just talking about that. Alright, now I guess it's good to have one upgraded. Although, maybe it's better not to. It's a bit weird. Because during the heart... Oh wait, no, we're not fighting the heart anymore. We're fighting Meow. Okay, well that's a big relief. Does that mean we just don't bottle the shield charger? Do we put something else in then? We could put like a construction form in. We could put multi-beam in to make us ultimately safe against Repto. Because that always comes out turn 2 with boosted damage. Honestly, like, I'm very nervous about this deck. Although we do have a Gambler's Brew. That's probably enough to get us there. There's also good relics in general here. More energy, healing. Card removal. Should probably go card remove, yeah. I don't know what we'd do, strike or defend, though. Maybe a defend for now. You know what? This still gives us plenty of safety during the act if we use it on a shield charger. Even if it's not great versus Niao, it'll be great against most other fights. So I think I'm going to bottle a shield charger unless we have something better. Like, the multi-beam is good. It's also good versus Darklings and Triple Jawworm, but I think this is more generally safe. Let's put that in. I don't think we get Nunchakus often enough. So we could go for Ornithopter. I think we just go for the card remove. And since we put Shield Charger in, we can remove a defend, I think, pretty safely here. And then we keep the rest. Could swap out Dexpot. I don't think it's that important. Enlightenment, huh? We do have a few expensive cards, but only a few. I think we'd want Trip more in case we get multi-beam. Immediate regret. What the hell? Alright. At least I can block one of these hits with defensive mode. It does mean I have to use an attack here, but that's fine. We're gonna go for the one that's buffing, because that will be getting strength. Alright, we lose one buffer, but we get to keep the other one, and that's important. Both for our safety and for the strength gain. 31. Okay. Let's do pre-program first. Okay, multi-beam. That's good. You can't full block this. 13 and 12 is 25. Not quite enough. So I guess we lose our other buffer, but we don't take any damage, so it's fine. Maybe I should have damaged one of the other two, in fact, because of multi-beam. This is doing 11, so 16 times 5 is 80. Wow. Yeah, that'll kill. In 4 hits, in fact. Another planning? No thanks. Steal 6 cards. Well, I guess you're getting into a fight, right? Versus Gremlin Knob. Should be a pretty easy fight. Knob and not a sneaky gremlin, but I think Mad Gremlin? Also, I'm not going to take the cards from the reward screen. I'm going to take just the souls and stuff. Thought I clicked it. Oh, it's that gremlin. Interesting. Dramatic entrance. To instantly kill the fat gremlin? Sure. In case we don't get multi-beam. Okay, we got multi-beam, but in case he's... Knob is almost dead. Double construction form again, turn 1. Okay. Well, we're gonna do this. Defensive mode kill. Oh, we get to see what they are, too. Twin Slam, Incinerate, Metallicize, Onyx, Flash of Steel, and Decay. We're on Ascension 20. It gives us a colorless still? Interesting. I never noticed that. Is that worth adding all that to our deck? We get 1 gem. I don't think so. Those are not bad cards, though. Decay's not great. But Flash of Steel, Metallicize, Incinerate, Twin Slam, and Onyx are all pretty good. Onyx would go in the Vents team, I think. But yeah, I'm just going to take the potion here over the dex pot, and we're going to move on. We get 30 souls-ish for that fight. Here's Sadistic Nature. I think I'm going to take the Blind, though, for extra weaken right now, because we don't know what's happening next turn. But it's always going to be an attack since they're debuffing, so why not? Get the other shield charger in? Get 20 block for next turn. We don't have any other block cards here. So yeah, let's just do it. Keep Akabeko and Proc Ardcore, hopefully. Okay. Shapes package. Oh, that has a repulsor in it. That's right. And another protocol. Let's just do that. Of course. And I think we're still going to keep the Akabeko. I could have put Sentry Wave in there, but we still have another turn. And tons of block. Well, there's multi-beam. We're still taking a few damage, because we can't block this at all. That sucks. Get this out in 2 turns seems good. Whenever they're not vulnerable, or whenever they're not intangible. For now, we're just going to do 162 damage. Sorry, 169 damage. Goodbye. Tori. And polishing oil definitely better than colorless. Charge up, no thanks. We already got our blue key, so we get our own scales. Have I ever said that before? These are Guardian scales. But I found better ones that always give me thorns. Okay. Don't think about it too much. Secret weapon for multi-beam. And thankfully, I think because of Echo, we can just play this. Maybe we can even wait till next turn. What do we got here? We're being attacked for like 100, maybe 102 next turn if I play Spheric Shield. And honestly, we only block a bit of that, so why don't we just keep one of these for later? Like reshuffle. Spheric Package is probably the safest. Although I might just need to end the fight. We're gonna have a lot of strength gain. Yeah, we're probably just gonna fight instead. Okay. Not getting attacked again. Interesting. Well, there's multi-beam. I'm going to put that into stasis so we have a little bit more damage. Maybe we don't have to spend as much energy on it. I'm going to just play this just because. Looks like we're losing a buffer, but that's fine. Next turn we absolutely demolish all the daggers. We still have a buffer for Reptomancer's hit. Because of this planning, check this out. $12 is not quite enough for Twin Slam to full block. This 34 hit, of course they're doing the single instead of the multi. We do get a bunch of strength procs out of it. With Crystal Shiv. In fact, we might just have a kill here. Yeah. Alright. Happy Flower is great. Snecko Oil. Interesting. We still have a chance of fighting Repto later. I don't think we need Snecko. Hey, there's a gem. I'll take it. What exactly is it going to do for us? I don't know. Maybe put it in Vent Steam. Deep breath. There's no spikers here, so that's cool. Give me multi-beam. Damn. Can I kill one of these? Can I block one of these? Yes, I can block one. Oh, easily, in fact. Very nice. I can block both of them. Alright, you're dying. Very soon. I keep both my buffers. Which means if I somehow don't have enough attack damage, we can block this. But we're good. No. Keep moving. Ugh. Another tedious fight. Trip or Good Instincts? Probably Good Instincts. This fight requires a lot of setup, so vulnerable right now isn't going to matter much. Spheric Package is pretty good against this. We don't have Curl Up in hand, so Orb Walker's not very good. Unless we want to re-roll their attack 3 times with Walker Claw. Yeah, let's just go Spirit Package. Go Floating Orbs. Do I want defensive mode? Honestly, let's go for it. Triple Thorns proc is nice. Maybe I can get that again. Lucky. But Floating Orbs to the rescue? Question mark? Oh, that was exact block for a second. I was like, whoa. Do we roll this? It's a lot of damage we're missing out on. 13 times 6. It's probably for the best, though. We can win this without resorting to, you know... Yeah. Because we don't want to hit that curse. Oh, which showed up right here. So this is 15 times 7 now? Plus another 15, that's 120. What does this start at? Exactly? So that's 101 right now. This is 15 times 7. That's a kill. Nice. Got our colorless potion back. Do we have White Beast statue or something? Recover? No, we're still filling up all our stasis slots. Alright. And yeah, there are still better gems for these two, so I'm going to just put this in vent steam. Recall. Oh boy, the super max HP giant head. Just go Apotheosis. Yes, I would like Sentry Blast in. Let's get that started immediately. Can't put that into stasis. But I can use Ancient Construct. That's interesting. I would like both Strength and Dex, please. One Shield Charger? No. We'll put this in. Block and Accelerate isn't needed for another couple turns, so we're just going to leave that there. There's Stasis Engine. Double Multi-Beam. Funny. Can't put any of these into stasis. Guess we'll play this for slow proc. We don't have ice cream or anything like that, so. Just gonna use buffer from here. As soon as we run out, this is gonna come out anyway, so might as well. Although, looks like we might just win. Yeah, not difficult. Ah, yes. New potions from Collector as well. Temp HP potion, I think we'll pass. Another Aquamarine? Okay. Can't be picky, right? Let's throw this into the weaker one. Because there's a pretty good chance that we don't find a gem for the last one. Or if we do, it could just be a trash one. Let's get a stasis engine upgraded. Like, this upgraded is fine, but I think this is the highest priority. Alright. It is Repto again. So we fought all three. Fought Repto twice. Let's do Thinking Ahead. Bronze package. Is there anything that helps us go really fast here? Not really. I can get 3 block from this to block 1 hit, so we can play Construction Form. And then next turn we have Multi-Beam, so... we just have to worry about Repto and their attack or attacks. But we have Shield Charger to help. 16 times 2. I don't want to waste Akabeko on Priming Shot, but I might have to. Actually, maybe I don't. We get Construction Form again next turn. That's nice. Put this in. Then I guess we do like this. That blocks 1 hit. And then I'll play Multi-Beam for the rest. It is a lot of damage. Wow. I could have maybe just killed there. Oh well. Stasis Engine doesn't seem to be going off that much. Bag of Prep. Very nice. Nope. Last hallway fight we gotta go through. Panic Button, pretty good if we get Multi-Beam here, so I'm gonna take it. We did not. But it's coming up. Let's do it like this. In fact, we can just do Giga Beam, right? It's 46? Okay. Bye. We don't need a third Multi-Beam. 2 was enough. Alright, now we gotta handle Buffed Hermit 3. Magnetism seems pretty good, but Enlightenment with all of these cards drawn is gonna be really good too. 10 card hand because of Impending Doom. It's amazing. I guess we play this because we have no other way to get 0 cost cards right now. We save 1 energy. We don't need to defend right now because we're about to enter defensive. Strike or Gear Up. Gear Up keeps the Impending Doom away from the edge. So we'll keep it for now. One of the main buffs was Hermit's Ritual. Alright, which package do we want? We already got Curl Up, so Orb Walker's still bad. We don't have any temp buffs in hand, so the Resilient Plate doesn't even do anything. I guess it gets rid of our Weak and Vuln, but that doesn't matter at all right now. Sentry package gets a head start on our Weaken, especially next turn when a larger hit comes in. I guess we'll do that. Oh, it also procs Stasis Engine. That's important. Also gonna do this. Oh wow, the upgraded one's here. How cool is that? Yeah, and now if I play this defend, or the Gear Up, neither of these are in the middle still, because we kept this. But I could keep it again. We're about to get 2 cards back, though, and another Impending Doom. Let's get rid of it. Maybe keeping it, actually, because this would have been gone. Sad. Do I have any way to re-enter defensive? Doesn't seem like it. But what I do have is dexterity. Can't play that. Vent steam. We have 10 HP, which blocks us first. Let's start gaining more strength. And if we play an Impending Doom, we lose 13 of our block. Which I think is covered, actually, by this defense. So let's get rid of it. Yeah, six left. We keep all 4 of our buffers. We have a couple of 2 costs in hand, but they're both shield chargers. Let's just throw this in. Let's throw this in. Still no Impending Doom. We are not drawing enough, though. Oh, there it is. $16 and $13. Alright, we're very close to winning this. My ritual is stronger than yours. Oh my god, 51. That'd be threatening if I didn't have buffer. Yeah. Although, I am starting to run out of attacks to draw. This wins. Thank you, Thorns. Alright, that got close at the end. But I guess that's what's supposed to happen. It's supposed to get close the further you go. That's a little bit awkward. I don't think blind does very much in this fight, because there's a lot of bomb damage. Let's go for trip. Get this in now, or... I think it's a bit early for that. Do this to draw one more next turn, though. Let's just block this here up. Keep our Echo for later. I could have played multi-beam, but we would have lost Vigor just to gain 1 draw. I didn't really feel like that was worth it. Alright, we'll do defensive mode here with that, and then that should full block next turn. Okay, this might be worth it now. Can't put it into stasis, but we can do this and this. Alright, 59 block, excuse me. More defensive mode? I don't need that much block. We need it kind of the turn after, and one more after that. Yeah, we need it for this, we need it for the next hit, and we need it for the bomb. Do I want Vent Steam next turn? We do want to strip Artifact somewhat quickly. Let's do this. Alright, that's full block for these hits, but now we gotta deal with the bomb again. Which we have buffer for, I guess, so it's not that bad. Multi-beam, scale that up. You need to end this somewhat quickly because it's gonna get scarier from here. We got a bomb in 2 turns. And I think you're dead? Yeah. Alright. 11 strength will do that. 1979? Didn't lose a single HP that entire act, I don't think. Good stuff. This deck's a little bit weird with how slow it is, but double construction form can usually get through a lot of stuff. As well as triple shield charger by this point in the game. I wonder if this is the kind of deck that would die to Knob, but beats Act 4. Thinking ahead is so much draw. I'm gonna take the blind. Interesting. I don't think this works because I already have 3 zeros guaranteed, so I think we just get rid of this. Spirit package is pretty good here. We're gonna be a little bit low on energy. 26 versus 30. That's still good enough because of the temp HP. Take it. In fact, I can curl up the Flawed instead of playing it so that I get the brace from this. And then we can just play it in a couple turns for free. Not sure what's happening next turn. Actually, we full blocked that. Very nice. Means we get to keep a little for next turn. Do I need another 20 block for next turn? We're losing 27 here, so it takes us to 37 next turn. Actually 47 because we gain another 10. No, I don't think we do. That's 52, actually. Maybe we could have. Forgot about the debuffs. Also, this is 18 times 7. 70 plus 56, 126. That kills Watcher. That's probably worth it. Because, yeah, you get vigor, but... Actually... You're at what, 9 right now? 9 plus 8 is 17, so that'd be 25 times 2, we take 5 damage. Actually, we take 1 because of Tori. Crazy. Probably still worth it, though. Our alternative is construction form, which I guess means we keep 1 buffer. And we do a lot of damage to all of them without taking any damage in return. And then we have multi-beam again next turn. Interesting. Yeah, let's do that. Also, I won't be weak this turn, and I'll still be vulnerable. So... This is 18 times 6, which is 108. Which is really, really close to a kill here. He dies in 3 hits. Unless Niao heals? No. Goodbye. Eternal Feather for that 1 HP we're missing. Very nice. Still don't want a planning. Alright. We are free to spend... This is exactly half our gold. That's crazy. So this does nothing except give us rounding problems. So the reason that half our gold is relevant is because 50% discount means that you basically double your gold. So we lose half our gold, but then double it, so we have the same amount of gold either way. So, or I guess souls. So yeah, the only thing that can happen from there is rounding, and I believe the shop prices always round in a way that's not favorable to the player. So we'd just be losing marginal amounts of gold. Card remove worth here. Worth the Prickly Shield's loss. What else would we buy? We don't want any of the cards. We don't care about the potions. Just do the fun thing then. We'll take both relics. Go down to 2. Heal for 1. Good job, Eternal Feather. And now we gotta make our final choice. Compile package, shield charger, bottled shield charger, pre-program. It's between those 3, really. I don't think the bottled shield charger is that important. I think the compile package actually has the highest ceiling here. It has some scaling packages, so let's go with that. Alright. Now we just gotta hope that we're fast enough for this fight. Panache is pretty cool. Let's do Panache. Especially because Stasis Engine. Oh, nice. Alright, let's see what we're about to draw. Construction form, love it. What else do we want in Stasis? We could use Temporal Shield to get something out next turn. So I can put Priming Shot in, Temporal Shield it out, then we can enter defensive mode. Although we might not need to. This is the early part of the fight, after all. So maybe keeping some of the brace is better. Now we need to keep our buffer, let's do that. And I'll play Curl Up because it's a slightly more brace. Alright. Oh, that's right, we can't Temporal Shield this out. Temporal Shield hits Shield Charger. Alright, that's fine. Oh, I forgot about this too. We needed space. Well, I guess we just... Actually, I could just keep it in the deck. That was a mistake, but it's not a big deal. It did also stop us from getting a stasis engine proc, which sucks, but that's how it goes. You could take the Ancients package and then use it later. Defect package, that's the one we want. Oh god. Could use this to prevent us from drawing the Haunted. Yeah. We'll go with that. This is not worth playing. We'll get rid of the Icky. Panache. Slow going so far, but we're getting somewhere. Alright, in you go. What was on top again? Was it the shield charger? It was probably the shield charger. Yeah, and then the twin slam. Alright, so we've negated both Haunteds, which is good. Wow. Alright, let's see. Multi-beam and stasis? No, shield charger now. Right? Do we want to lose temp HP here? Because I could just polishing oil this. We're probably fine. Use this later. Alright, that was almost a damage cap, so that's good. Okay, down to about half. It's been 2 cycles, so we need to start being a little bit worried. Keep the strike for later because we have strength. I think we want to keep doing as much damage as possible right now. So let's re-enter defensive mode for next turn, which will be the Divinity turn. Which we could block with the buffer, but I prefer this method. 99. 74. Looks like we're full blocking. Barely, but we're full blocking. Are these both the same? Did we not put them in stasis ever? Alright. Yeah, it's exact block. It's, in fact, that's great. Alright, 18 times 3. Oh, this is Watcher Ironclad. Okay. We already have so much strength, I don't even need to play this. It does give me another energy anyway, though, and a draw, so might as well. Oh, there's the other multi-beam. This is damage cap. So I can play a card for free here. Play the Iggy. Yeah. Alright, and we'll lose 3 buffer here. But I think we have the win. Because we have 18 strength. And GG. Alright, what a return to downfall. With probably the scariest Niao other than Thorns. Curses were making things difficult for sure. Okay, double construction form makes a reappearance. Early toolbox paid off. That was cool. It didn't actually pay for itself. I guess I guess Hand of Greed doesn't show up as much as I thought it does. I think we got a couple fights where we were able to get Hand of Greed to go off. I don't remember. I know we had at least one. I think we had two. Coffee Dripper worked out in Act 2. We didn't take any damage. Actually, we took 2 damage? Oh no, Chosen and Cultist, we took 2 damage. I think that was the 12 damage turn from Chosen versus our 10 from what do you call it? Defensive mode. If we had just taken the brass tacks instead of blue keying them, we would have full blocked that. I'm so sad. Just kidding. We bought Art of War 2, which was a bit weird, but I think it paid off. 21 energy gained is not insignificant. Only once per battle, but it did what it needed to when we were kind of low on energy with construction forms and all that. The deck felt awkward, but it ended up working out, probably because we were so defensively oriented. Bagpipes also helping out with our debuff stuff. Tori blocked 0 damage. That's great. Tori did nothing. Eternal Feather did more than Tori, just slightly. What else to say about this? I don't feel like this deck was the best it could have been, but it did the job for this run. We also survived against Reptimancer without any trouble. Either time we fought them. We didn't struggle against Giant Head, we didn't struggle against Nemesis, so I guess something was going right. Probably had something to do with the pre-programs. They're very strong. Just didn't find the gems for them. Had to take a couple of Aquamarines, but those were fine. Helped out in the Niao fight. Kept a buffer for us on the Divinity turn, which is cool. The toolbox felt a bit risky in the early game, but it really did just pay off. And we didn't have to worry about the boss. We had 9 dexterity in that fight. Took 1 damage. But this, it is difficult to... Like, 42 HP, we were still very close to... We were still pretty scared about this fight by the time we got here. Because there's no end of act fire to help. Yeah, I'm not sure what else to say about this run. It just worked out. Maybe I don't understand the build as much as I think. Defensively, I've had builds like this fail before, with so much setup, and then I just die because I don't get the damage in time. But I guess we had the damage after all. Maybe I did a good job of balancing my damage this time. Double multi-beam actually did quite a bit with all of our energy, despite the fact that usually it's a waste of it. Guardian usually has more efficient attacks than multi-beam, but here it was pretty good. We also had Happy Flower on top of Art of War and 5 energy. So I guess multi-beams were really, really good this time. Yeah. Our membership card turned green again. Alright. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope you stick around for future ones. If you do, I will see you later. Thanks for watching.